Good evening. Good evening. Don Owens here. So first of all, let me let you know a little bit about myself. From Houston, Texas, born and raised. Joined the military, 2 years out of school. Played percussion, all that type of stuff before school. Anyway, ended up doing 21 years of service in the military. Ended up getting out after 21 years. So AJ Albert is one of our guests today. And basically, if y'all remember the Dream Team back in, with MJ, Elijah Wan, Pimpin, you know what I'm saying? Around that time, I said Pimpin, around that time frame, they had a lot of hidden secrets, and Mr. AJ Albert was one of those secrets, y'all just didn't know about it, but let me tell you, it looks very, very knowledgeable. Since this man has been in my life, and Don Wilson and Mr. Brian Bean and MWR Financial, uh, my life has changed drastically. I was able to move into a brand new deal, 313,000, paid 299 for it, 2.9 interest. Skyrocketed my credit scores. When you look at debt is being eliminated. When you look at all of these different things of how money works and creating generational wealth, this is where you need to be tonight. And I hope you're blessed, with what you hear, and feel free to ask questions at any time, when presented as such, and let's go forth and do great things. Without further ado, Mr. AJ Albert.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? I'm glad to be here to talk money on a Thursday. Hey, so give you a little something about myself, man. I am a 23-year retired vet, disabled vet, but I'm a serial entrepreneur now. So I basically do vacation rental homes. I have a real estate investing corp. I also have a company, and I also do financial success. Right. So I'm with a company called Making Wealth Real. So it's MWR Financial. And that's exactly what we try to do, man, is show people, the average American, how to make wealth real. And that's from all angles of getting money you don't see into your pockets and back from the entity. We call that income shifting. So it's taking it money from the big three organizations that are stealing your money from you on a daily basis. All right. So these big three organizations, we say are taxes. One, we call that the income killer. I mean, it's just the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's coming through on everybody's pay and killing them. Taxes is the cause of debt, right? And then you also got inflation, which is, you know what I'm saying, you went to the gas pumps 20 years ago and put in $5. You go to the gas pump today and put in $5, and you ain't getting out the parking lot, right? So, and then so these are just small things. So we try to, my objective here today is to teach you the difference between working a job and being a sole prop or a LLC, right? So we're going to talk about how the Schedule C works. And these are little things that help you understand that you can be your greatest asset, right? So most people who, I know everyone's heard this, most people that go in and start their business, right? They go out of business within the first year of being in business. And we don't understand why that is, right? So we're going to do a little simple thing, and that's basically go over a scenario, right? So the scenario is basically me with my home-based business and you without one, right? So you got to look at each other on the same playing field. So we're gonna say this person, we're gonna call it Donald, since Donald is one of the guys that I help, right? Now, Donald's currently not married. I'm going to throw that out, but Donald's married with 2 kids, right? So basically, and Donald makes $70,000 a year. right? So we're gonna do both scenarios. So I want y'all to take time to understand this. If we both, Donald, both the same person, one without a business, one with a business, right? So this is how the Schedule C works. So we all get this standard thing called a standard deduction. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's standard deduction is $12,000. We're gonna just say $12,000 to make it even in easy math, right? But it's actually 12,400. But we all get that $12,000 deduction, right? So if you subtract 12 from 70, what do we get? Hey, this is interactive, man. I'm looking to work with y'all, but I want to make sure y'all understand what we're putting out here. So let's come off mute and let me know what your answers are.
58,000.
So yeah, $58,000, right? So right. So that's a standard deduction. So when you work a W-2, just a job, your taxable income becomes $58,000. Now understand that. So as a W-2, you're taxed at, what's that say? What do you tax at?
33%.
Yep.
So who can do the math? 33% of 58,000. What is that?
Got to pull out the calculator.
All right, go ahead. Put that calculator to work. Let's go. What we got?
Just over 19,000.
19,000, right? So if you look at it, if you only brought home, so 70 minus 19 is what?
$51.
So you only brought home 51,000. Right? So now we go to the person with a business, right? So they still get that same standard deduction of 12,000, right? Which brings their taxable income down to 58. Right? But the difference now is this person with a business, a LLC or a home-based business now has the tax advantages of writing off the same thing. So we both have cell phone bills, we both have rent and mortgage, we both have utilities, we both drive in our car, we both have kids, right? But Don is still married with 2 kids here, and he made 70, but he only brought home 51. So now we go into with it. So now say we have that business, right? And we write off, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you how easy this is to write off this, right? So if your mortgage is $1,500 and you're writing off 20% of that, how much is that?
Uh, 300.
All right, so that's $300 times 12.
That's 3,600.
3,600. So that's, you got 3,600 there. So on top of that, the average person drives 15,000 miles per year. Let's say 10,000 of that is now business miles. So you write off 10,000 times 58 cents per mile, because that's what the government pays right now, 58 cents per mile. So 58 cents times 10,000 is what? $5,080, right?
Yep. 580. Yep.
So 580 plus 3,600 is what?
9,400.
Yeah. So we're basically at 10,000 now for two things. Now you can pay your kids age 7 to 17 to work for you. Same thing they're doing already. You're spending $12,000 on them a year anyway. Only difference is I'm putting it into their bank account and writing it off as business wages now. Now I pay them $12,000 a year, and that lowers my taxable income by 12,000. So now add 12,000 to that 10. That's 22,000, right?
Yep.
Oh, that's only three things I named. We still ain't talking about cell phone, utilities, none of that. So as a business owner, you're allotted 475 tax deductions. Like I write off my dogs, all their vet bills and food and stuff because they're guard dogs. Your home security system, I have to write that off. My lawn care, because I run my business out of my home, is now a business write-off. So you got 475. So we can all say it's easy to write off $22,000, right? So 22K minus from 58,000 is what?
36.
36K, right? So 36K, and now that you're a LLC or business owner, remember your tax different. So now you're taxed at less than 18%. So let's just say the highest is 18%. So 18% from 36,000, what's that?
$6,480.
6,000. So you made 70 and the government only took 6,000 now. So what'd you bring home? What do you actually bring home now? Out of $70,000.
64.
So to me, what y'all gotta understand is which one do you want to be? The one that brings home 51,000, or you want to be the person that brings home 64,000?
64 indeed.
64, right? So understanding how to write off these simple things and how the Schedule C works. So basically what your Schedule C is just the documentation, and what it boils down is Schedule C is the most audited document in the government. So everyone who files under a Schedule C, which is if you're a sole proprietor or a LLC, you are in the highest audited tax bracket, right? Because they expect you not to keep excellent records. So because you're not able to keep excellent records, now I'm going to come back to you, see your documentation is wrong, and say, okay, looking at the last 5 to 10 years of your business, you have done this wrong and you don't have the documentation to prove it. So now we need you to pay us $152,000 back in back taxes.
Oh, no.
Oh no, we definitely don't want to be in that category. But you have also got to understand that you put yourself in the better financial situation than just getting paid by W-2.
Right.
So what we teach here is it's not about how much money you make, it's about how you make your money. So if we could provide you a team of experts So we work with MWR Financial. So we provide you with a services of a team of experts that provides you services in 4 different categories. We call it our burgers, fries, shakes, and apple pies, right?
Period.
Period, right? So, but what it is money max, credit max, equity max, and then wealth max, right? So our money max experts, right, are a team of enrolled agents. It's a company of enrolled IRS agents. And they do so what they do is we upload some simple documents. They go through our last 3 years of taxes and say, okay, well, your CPA filed this wrong. Here's the amendment, how to correct it and put that money back into your pay. Or here's, you're getting paid on your job by W-2, and now that you have an LLC or you open your sole prop business, now you want to adjust your W-4 so you can put that money back into your paycheck now. So what you have to understand is a refund is what you overpaid the government. So if you look at what re and fund means, funds mean money, re means again. So basically, your money has been beat up by inflation the whole year while it's set with the government. The governments took that money, invested it, and made more money with it. And then at the end of the year, they give you a portion of that money back. Right? So it's not really a refund, it's an overpayment. So by understanding the tax laws and adjusting that money and putting that money back into your pay, so for the average person, that turns out to be $600 a month. So that means every day you should roll down your window, crumble up $20 and throw it out the window, because you're overpaying yourself in taxes. You're overpaying taxes by $600 a month just by working a W-2 job, right? Then we have our credit max experts. Now, what you have to understand about your credit score is the amount of money you're going to pay for what you need to borrow, right? So every point counts. So if you have a team of experts that know how to do all the laws and have all that stuff removed from your credit score to boost your credit score, and we have a 19-year-old joined the organization. Her credit score was 3-something. Within 3 months of being in the organization, they got her credit score up to a 750 plus. And she was able to go out and buy her own car with no cosigner, right? So you're looking at our averages are anywhere from 50 points to 400 points per person that joins our organization. Then we have our equity backs division. We all understand that creditors are designed to keep you in debt. The longer they keep you in debt, the more money they make, right? So they're never going to give you the best case scenario on how to pay that debt off as soon as possible. So our experts with equity backs, they actually show you how to get out of debt sooner. They give you a debt-free date and your millionaire date. So if you take the same money that you use to pay those bills off and then flip it, then they show you take that same money and invest it. Now here's your millionaire date. Then they also have a bill shred division. Our bill shredder division is a team of professional negotiators that'll negotiate all of your current bills. So that cell phone bill that's $400-500 at a ridiculous amount, right? You can get that minimized, you know what I'm saying? And so they'll go out and negotiate with Verizon and say, hey, we need $100 discount on this for the next 3 months. Then after that 3 months is up, they go back and renegotiate with that same company and say, hey, we need more discounts. So you name it, your security bill, your cell phone, internet, all those things that negotiators are going to negotiate for you. So you're having another division that's bringing you more money. And then you turn around and then we show you where to put that money. Our wealth max experts are, like I said, this is the apple pies. This is the dessert on top, is that they actually do a consult with you and show you where to invest that money, where it's zero loss provisions. Then you can actually gain interest in multiple locations, because We call it arbitration. It's what the banks do with your money. Banks are the biggest buyers of insurance. Wonder why that is, right? So they insure your money so they can loan it out to Donald. I can loan it out to, so your $3,000 is not sitting in your bank account. They're loaning out to Dominique. They're loaning out to Don. They're loaning out to AJ. They're loaning out to several different people for credit cards, cars, houses, all that. So they're gaining 30, 40, 50% interest off of your $3,000 every month, but only giving you less than 1%. Less than 1% on that money. That's absurd, right? So with us, we have things like private reserve accounts, where it's an insurance investment where your money is insured. So if you got $100,000 in your PRA and you want to take out 40 and go buy some land, then I can gain interest on this land and I gain interest on my PRA, like the $100,000 is still sitting in it. Then, like I said, we got land banking. So pulling my $40,000 and going out to our land banking experts where we go buy land in the path of growth. So Warren Buffett is building a green energy train. He's already invested $2 billion into greening this building this train. And he already knows the location. The land has been surveyed where he's going to put his warehouse. So you know, if a warehouse is going there, what else has to go there? Walmart, Donald's. All these other businesses are going to surround that location. They've already built the city hall. And it's an extravagant city hall. So you know that they're coming to buy that land in the next 7 to 8 years. The Olympics are coming there in the next 7 to 8 years. What else? I'm about to forget something. You know what I'm saying? Yes, NASA. NASA is actually moving out there. So they're going to buy land. So think about that. So if we've already bought the land at wholesale prices, so you can invest $40,000 in it now and then turn around and 78 years when Warren Buffett, McDonald's, or Walmart needs that land, they got to buy it to you at retail prices. So you're looking at interest rates from 20, 30 to 40% on your land. And we got Don Wilson is one of the guys on here that has his own parcel of land already. Mr. Don Wilson could tell you all about it. Matter of fact, you got 2 parcels of land, if I'm correct. 2. But see, you get what I'm saying? So he's in the path of growth. We want to be in the path of growth. And then we got this absolutely fire-blazing hot new division coming on where you can buy, sell, flip, and invest in real estate. And the experts do all the work for you. You have to do nothing. Now, if I was to ask somebody on here, Cassandra, tell me, what do you think for all of that services that we just talked about? How much do you think you would have to pay to get all those experts to work for you?
A month?
A month.
Like 300, I would say. And that's even like lowballing.
That is exactly my point. But guess what? We do it for less than $3 a day. What are you blowing $3 a day on? That's $79.97 a month. And here's the beautiful part. That covers you, your spouse, and your business. You, your spouse, and your business for all services. And if you actually refer 3 customers, you no longer have to pay the $79.97. That's absurd, right? That's absurd. But guess what? We also help you start your own business. What is the business, you ask? You're seeing it now. We go out and teach all the free education you want. So you got a team of, we got extra digit movement going on where professionals like me, Don Wilson, and Donald Owens jump on here and give you all the education you need to run your business, right? So we're giving you all the education in the world. Then we have MWR Financial, which actually is the experts that do all the implementation for you. Like I said, my mentor always told me to automate, delegate, or eliminate, right? So instead of me trying to run all that for 4 different businesses, right? I'm just gonna pay these experts $79.97 a month to do it for me. And then, like you said, for the business side, we do that and give you the business and give you all the tools you need and all the education you need to actually do it. So basically, all you have to do as a business is expose people to us. We do all the education, and then you get paid by MWR for referring them to the business. So we get paid 10 different ways by doing that, right? And that's $228 one time, and then $119 a month. So that's $79.97 for your experts, and then $40 for all your business, your back office, your training, your the extra digit movement. We are the biggest movement on the planet right now. This is absolutely the best investment moving around the world right now. No other company is providing you experts. And these companies of experts that work with MWR, worth Making Wealth Real, have been in business for years, 20 plus years, and they are the best at what they do. And now they absolutely work for you. So if you waking up and feeling itchy and say, I want to know how to hire my kids, the IRS enrolled agents at MoneyMax are going to send you all the documentation you need to understand how you need to hire your kids for your business. All you got to do is get up and open up a chat and say, hey, I want to know how to hire my kids. Or, hey, can I write off my lawn care? So the experts do all the work for you. All you have to do is be a part of the organization, right? So I want to thank Don Owens. Donald Owens is one of the outstanding leaders that work on the team. He's learned a lot from his process. He's made leaps and bounds, and he is well on his way to being a multi-millionaire in our organization. So, hey, he is the man. I want y'all to get back with him whenever, if somebody else invited you to this call, please get back with the person who invited you to this call as well, right? And then we'll get you a game plan for the next 5 years of how to run your business and show you how these Schedule Cs, these 1099s, and these W-2s, and all these hidden tax codes and all that stuff works, so you can learn how it works for you, right? How to make it work for you. We're not afraid of these things because we got credit experts to show us how to do it. We got credit experts to show us, you know what I'm saying, how to build credit for our kids, how to do all this stuff and build wealth. So we're creating generational wealth with this family, man. And Donald Owens, I appreciate you inviting me out. You're such an outstanding leader, man. I like I said, we got 20 years in the service, so I know what you did there, and I know what you're doing in this financial game, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm gonna be so proud to put that millionaire ring on your finger here soon, man.
Hey, I'm excited too. And I greatly appreciate your presence, Mr. AJ. You know, we kind of go way back like 4 flats, like they say. You know, but listen, I hope everyone has taken notes. There's so many gems given tonight. You know, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. You know, this is a family environment. You know, all we do is share. All we do is help individuals. And if you have that like mind, how many people can you help today? You know, change their lives towards generational wealth. You know, once again, AJ, and I'm gonna just say, you know, to MWR Financial as a whole, it's such a blessing. Don Wilson and Brian Bean and Brian House, and the vision that everyone has that surrounds us, man, it's just amazing. And if they take that leap of faith, you know, if they're not a part of this business already and stay with the business, they take that leap of faith, man, your life will change.
All right, hey, Mr. Don, you got any closing statements? Don Wilson.
I just want to jump on really quick and say, man, fantastic job by both of you guys. AJ, great presentation, and Donald Owen's way to get out there, man, and get after it. I've been extremely proud of your growth, man, over the last 3 or 4 months, man. You really cranked it up, and I'm starting to see as a leader, you're stepping up to the plate, but now you're starting to produce other leaders that are definitely starting to, step up as well, and make strides. The only thing that I will say to anybody that's watching this, that's considering is, use your past as your motivator, right? I'm pretty sure none of us on here was born with a silver spoon in their mouth. I was just talking to my neighbor a few minutes ago, and we were sharing how I got to a point in life where I'm at now, and I was telling her that the thing that made me get to where I'm at life now was I wasn't afraid to step out of my comfort zone. A lot of people know me for going to Florida State and playing football and things of that nature. But what they don't realize is I had a ton of family and friends in the Chicagoland area, and I could have stayed there and had a whole support system to support me in everything that I wanted to do. But because I got out of my comfort zone and moved all the way to Florida, thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away from everybody that I knew, that I loved, when times got tough, that made me grow as a person, right? And it's because I made that decision to step out of my comfort zone and not want to do the same thing that I saw a lot of my friends and my family doing. That's the reason that I'm in a position that I'm in today. So I shared that with her, and I'm sharing that exact same thing with you guys today. Success is outside of the comfort zone. Sometimes you're going to have to get away from, some of the people that you go out and you go party with. But I promise you, if you just get in and if you just implement and apply a lot of these things that AJ and Donald just went over, at some point in time or another, you'll be able to go back and buy that club. So you in a prime position and a prime time to make some serious money, but more importantly, to make a serious impact. So fantastic presentation tonight, fellas, man, and I appreciate y'all giving me just a few minutes to jump on and say something.
Hey, thank you for your time. Pleasure, always a pleasure.
Yes, sir. All right, close it out, Mr. Owens.
Yeah, I'm about to say, without further ado, if we have no alibis, that'll be it. I would like everyone to go forth and be great today. From now into the future. All right, let's not stop. And like I say, how many lives can you change? Besides your own. All right, go forth and be blessed. Thank you.